What's up, ladies and gentlemen of YouTube? Boogie2988 coming at you live once again through the power of the internet. And yes, this is another video lamenting the terrible state that YouTube currently is in for creators. Now, this is a response video to a video made by Doug, the Nostalgia Critic. If you check the description down below, you'll see that video. It's about 20 minutes long, but it goes into great detail talking about how the copyright system here on YouTube is used to abuse middling and smaller YouTubers every single day. Now, I can't add anything to his video because he summarizes the situation perfectly. What I do want to expand on is the notion that the system is slanted in favor of bigger YouTubers and corporations, and that it's going to screw anybody my size or smaller, no pun intended. There are a good number of very, very large YouTubers and even smaller YouTubers that are in a secret, super special club where they do not have to deal with copyright issues. They are immune to the copyright system. Now, the first thing a critical mind is going to think is, Boogie, you're a pretty big YouTuber, so aren't you immune to the system? Aren't you one of the special crew? Absolutely not. I've uploaded paid promotional gameplay video to this exact channel in the last year, had it copyright flagged, and had to remove that content. Honest to God. Paid for the video, then they made me remove it. There are two groups of people that are pretty much above the copyright system here on YouTube. The first of which is some very, very large channels that are under managed status by their multi-channel network, and I'll explain the details of that. There's also a small group of people that are in the YouTube's Fair Use Protection Program, where YouTube is protecting them with millions of dollars of litigation funds set aside to protect fair use. The first group is YouTubers that are managed status by their MCN. And in order to understand that, you have to know how YouTube used to work. A long time ago in prehistoric YouTube, that copyright bot that scrawls everything, automatically looking for copyrighted works, that used to affect everybody. YouTube had just gotten sued by Viacom, and they had proven to a judge that they did everything they could to protect Viacom and businesses like them, including this copyright bot. They were going to bully small creators to protect the big companies so those big companies wouldn't sue them. During this time, YouTube was so afraid of being sued by big companies, they would not even allow gaming on YouTube. This is a time before gaming was the #1 category on YouTube. YouTube decided there should be a buffer between them and the creator, someone that would help manage those creators and help fight copyright issues so YouTube itself wasn't getting sued, and they allowed the existence of what's known as a multi-channel network. Now, what these networks would do is they would represent your channel, take a very large chunk of your revenue, and act as a liaison between you and YouTube. They would be that buffer. YouTube didn't want creators contacting them directly, but they would work with a network manager. These networks, by the way, they were very predatory, okay? They weren't taking the normal 10% an agent takes. They were taking 25%, 30%, 40% for a lot of people. And they weren't doing much in exchange. But what they were allowing you to do is upload gameplay and not have to worry about the copyright system flagging every video you made. Basically, what YouTube did is they trusted these multi-channel networks to manage the copyright issues themselves, knowing that if anyone was going to get sued, it would be the MCN. YouTube didn't have to worry about it, and they turned off that copyright bot for most networked channels. And this worked great for a few years, but about a year and a half ago, YouTube decided they were afraid after all, or MCNs weren't doing their job, because they decided to apply that copyright bot once again to the majority of network channels, as well as everybody else like me who is not networked. This created one of the greatest shitstorms YouTube has ever seen, because here people are giving 20, 30, 40% of their income to a company that now basically does nothing for them. And that shitstorm is what causes these videos to show up on the front page of Reddit every couple of days, where some YouTuber is trying to get out from under Machinima or a different company who's not even returning their phone calls anymore. But that also is what led to the great copyright issues we're having on YouTube today. As someone who has dealt with that copyright bot every single day of his YouTube career, having never signed up with a multi-channel network, I can tell you firsthand that system is horribly, disgustingly broken, and obviously the Nostalgia Critic explains it in great detail. People ask me all the time, Boogie, why don't you put more editing into your videos? Why don't you show us pictures or gameplay or videos or stuff that you're talking about? Why don't you show it? It's because for years, every time I tried to do that, the copyright system just beat me into submission, saying, bad Boogie, no fair use, fuck you. A lot of people right now are scratching their head going, where's fair use gone? And I can tell you, I've never had it. I've never had access to it, not a day on YouTube. But obviously the MCNs are not going to roll over without a fight, so they convinced YouTube to allow them to have a certain number of managed status YouTubers. And these are a small number of very large YouTubers who that copyright bot simply does not apply to. Managed status takes away the fear of that copyright bot flagging your videos for up to 30 days, taking away 30 days worth of revenue, and gives you access to something everyone on YouTube should have access to, and that is fair use. Now, they can circumvent the automated system and go through two different steps. They could sue you personally the way they did Michelle Phan. But since what these YouTubers are doing anyway is fair use, they're going to lose in a court of the land just the way they did against Michelle. But these top-tier YouTubers are earning hundreds of thousands of dollars for their multi-channel networks, and if you even threaten to sue them or take one of their videos down using the system, you can guarantee that multi-channel network will throw every lawyer they can afford at you, and they can afford a lot. Basically what I'm saying is if you are making a lot of money on YouTube, or more importantly making YouTube a lot of money, then you get access to fair use. Simple as that. Now, last November, YouTube took a step in the right direction of protecting us all and allowing us all to use fair use. They chose a small number of YouTubers who are smaller in stature and chose to protect them individually. Among them is Jim Sterling, and Jim Sterling talks about it in his video, which I will link down below. In Jim's video and in their announcement, they explained that they set aside a legal fund that will protect those channels that were chosen so that anyone that tried to threaten them and used the system to take down their videos when those videos were in fact fair use, that legal fund would be used to protect them the same way a multi-channel network will protect a top-tier YouTuber. And that's great for Jim Sterling. That's great for those YouTubers. It's not so great for me because 7 years later, I'm still afraid to put a picture of fucking Mickey Mouse on the screen. On the YouTube fair use page, I kid you not, I'm going to link it down below, there's a video of a dub over of a Disney cartoon. That dude gets away with that. That dude gets protected by YouTube for millions of dollars, and my reaction to the World of Warcraft trailer got taken down. Like, that's the world we live in. The current system, the way it affects me and 98% of other YouTubers, is hypocritical. It's one-sided. It favors the corporations, it favors top-tier YouTubers, and it leaves the rest of us out there with our ass in the wind. And I don't know, maybe the cynical part of me tells me that, Boogie, this is the way YouTube wants it, right? They only want the Jimmy Fallons and the Jimmy Kimmels and the Vivos, and then they're your top-tier YouTubers who are under the wings of YouTube, and those are the people that matter, right? The rest of us, they don't want to cancel the program, they don't want to get rid of the partnership program, they just want it to weed us out all by itself. Let's not worry about it. Fuck them, just let them die. But I hope and I pray that that's just paranoia, and this protection program, which they haven't mentioned since November, might eventually get extended to a large number of us. Maybe the whole damned website, YouTube, someone clearly over there believes in fair use, believes that they can win this battle. It's time to join us and start fighting the fucking battle. Because you know what, YouTube? I'm fine doing this. Just one man and his camera and his microphone. I'm happy doing this. What I'm not happy with is watching some very talented and wonderful smaller YouTubers who take critical looks at things or make a comedic commentary about things and trying to do that within fair use and you shooting them out of the water every single day. I'm sick as shit of watching these channels that I love disappear. And YouTube, if you feel the same way, do something. And viewers, if you feel the same way, share some of the videos down below, share the Nostalgia Critics video, use that hashtag, tweet it at YouTube, get them involved, because I gotta tell you something, until we awaken the sleeping giant, nothing's gonna change. If you need incentive, YouTube, follow the money. The YouTubers that are big right now will not be big in 3 or 4 years. People will grow tired of watching them. And if you keep smaller YouTubers from rising up to their level, then there's going to be no one to watch. Unless you want them to watch Jimmy Fallon, and maybe that's the plan to begin with. I don't know. I don't know at this point. I'm done guessing. I'm just hoping for the best. That's one man's opinion. I could be wrong, guys. Please let me know if I am in the comment section below. I'm really scared that the wrong person at YouTube is going to see this video, and then they're going to change my standing in the algorithm, and everything's going to go to shit. Nobody's going to see my videos anymore. I'm terrified to upload this, but I'm going to fucking do it. Guys, I love you. Thanks for watching. I'll speak with you again soon. Don't forget to share, like, subscribe, all that jazz. Might be the last video of mine you see.